Good morning. As you know, we love celebrating Jesus at Breezewood Church. And over the next few weeks, we're going to give you a few reasons why we celebrate God. Listen as Ashley shares hers.
Hi, my name's Ashley. I have a very small family. I'm married and I have a 1-year-old son named Skylar. I recently took God into my life November 2nd. The one thing I knew that day when I left church is I wanted to share it with the world. And so the way I shared it was I went straight to Facebook, because that's normally the world, just sharing your life with the world on social media. So I told my friends and my family my wonderful feeling and what I had done. And I've known God since I was small. I was brought up in the church. So I've always known in life that He was the one constant thing. He's always been there. I didn't always reach out. When I reached out to God, I felt like I was crying wolf. And you know, after a certain point, I felt like maybe my prayers weren't being answered, or it was just that I was doing it in all the wrong ways. I haven't been married that long, just a few years. And my son, he's really young, so my husband's military. We've moved around. We've been through our first move, and things have just been really hard lately with our family. We've been struggling financially and just having issues. And the one thing I knew is that God was calling my name. I just felt like he's been there for a while, and he was reaching out for me, and I just wasn't responding back. A few weeks ago, I ran into an old teacher of mine, Miss Fulmore, in CC's Pizza. And it was great. And I asked her about church because she's always posting these wonderful things on Facebook about her church. And I knew when we moved back here, and this is home for me, North Carolina's home, I knew God had been calling me, and I felt like it was time for me to reach out. I didn't want to cry wolf anymore. And I asked her about church, and she invited me. Her and her family, they were there that night. They invited me to church, and I decided, I want to give this a try. And so I came to Breezewood. The church that I was brought up in is not far from here, but it did feel like the right fit, I guess. I know you can go anywhere and you can feel God and be with God, and this is just, it was so welcoming at Breezewood, and it felt right. And so I haven't been coming that long, but God just spoke to me here, and it was just a blessing to run into her and to be able to come here, and everything that's been going on in my life. And I just knew it was time. It was time God was calling out to me. It was time to just let all my worries go and leave them at the altar that day. And I walked away from here 10 times lighter. My heart just, it felt so shaken for so long, and I walked away from here and it felt whole. Just amazing feelings, and every day since then I feel like I've just been walking a little bit lighter, and I'm learning, how to manage my life and having God there every day, because it's a change, but it's a wonderful change. One of the things that my family's been up against is my husband. He was up against losing his job. And he's our breadwinner. He provides for our family. His job provides for our family. And financially, we've just been struggling. And so on top of that, to know he may lose his job, and we may have an X amount of time to make very hard decisions in life, the stress and the worry and it just building. And I left that day at the altar. I walked away from here, and I walked away from here lighter, and I told God my worries. And since then, we've been told my husband's job is guaranteed. It's at least guaranteed for a few more years. And that's God. That was God. He was answering prayers, and it's just Him letting me know that He's there with me every day. He's with my family, and He's keeping His hands on us. And it's just amazing. It's amazing feelings. So every day I would just share with, I just want to share with everyone, God's been calling. He was calling me for a long time, and I I wouldn't listen. I let the worldly things get in the way of my relationship with him. And the best thing I've done is allow him to bring me closer. Because every day I'm walking a little bit lighter. I just see his blessings all around me now. And it's just a really, really great feeling. Every day is happiness. And no matter a new worry comes up, and they've come up in the last week, but I know God's with me, and it's just like in those moments, it's like he hugs me and he tells me it's going to be okay, and that's what I needed. And it's just amazing. It's amazing the things that he can do.